After videotaping his encounter in March of 2007, he receives a visit from a strange individual.
This particular individual really didn't talk about the video at hand. They were more interested in me. They claimed to be a military contractor. They asked me a very strange question. They asked me if I was ready for the truth. And I said, sure, let's hear it. And this particular individual claimed that they have a personal relationship with extraterrestrials. What happened after this long conversation, I dozed off while reading a book. I woke up to someone trying to enter my apartment. My first instinct was to get up and grab my firearm. I clearly heard a voice in the room telling me that I don't need to grab that firearm. I could feel the book in my hands. I could feel myself sitting on the couch, but I could not move at all. After I was able to get movement of my limbs, open the door, and no one was there. After I spoke with this individual, I experienced something that I never would have dreamed of or even thought about, and that's what they call missing time. That particular night and the night after, I woke up at 3:08 a.m. I don't recall a nightmare, I just jumped out of bed. And before I could blink, my alarm clock went off and it was 5:30, time for me to get up.
It's not uncommon for UFO contactees and abductees to report missing time. These individuals consistently report being in one location at the time of the event and finding themselves at another location with no comprehension of the time in between.
Temporary paralysis, that's an indicator of a close encounter of the second kind. Missing time is an indicator of an alien abduction. That's a close encounter of the fourth kind. Is he on a path to make contact?
I'm just worried that we're just talking about a strange person here that's contacted Terrell and is kind of filling him with ideas.
Here's a case where this person is contacting you and giving you a course of study dealing with the human relationship with aliens as the ultimate goal. Got a funny feeling that you are being recruited, and there is a branch of the government that you're being recruited for, that somehow, some way, you are a hybrid between an ET and a human.
While the notion of alien-human hybrids is highly controversial and unproven, some contactees do claim to have developed unexplained physiological disorders shortly after the reported contacts.
That's very surprising, but at the same time, not so surprising, because the reason I'm not in the military today is because I have an unknown blood disorder.
Terrell's blood disorder is a rare elevation of an enzyme called creatine kinase, which is typically released into the blood in abnormally high amounts when muscle damage occurs in the body. According to the Navy's official medical report, Terrell's CK level was tested to be as high as 2,000 UL. For normal, healthy people, this level rarely reaches above 200. But what causes this elevation of the enzyme in Terrell's blood has remained a mystery.
None of the military doctors at the time had a diagnosis. They were very baffled at it.
Because the military doctors could not find a definitive reason for the elevated enzyme, Terrell was discharged from the military after only 2 years of service. Not long after, Terrell's most recent string of sightings began.
How can you conclude that the guy is a hybrid? I mean, don't you think you're going off the deep end a little bit?
This guy is getting a course of study in how to connect with his alien self.
Listen, you're not helping him. You're not helping him. You're telling him he can summon UFOs now?
He's
you're
telling
him
me.
he's a
I'm not
hybrid?
telling him.
This
He's
guy
telling
doesn't
me.
need... You're fanning the flames.
He's
hearing voices. He's responding to people on instant messaging. He's taking instructions from people through email. I mean, these are all big red flags, Bill.
Hybrids may exist, they may not, but for Bill to say that Terrell is a hybrid, I don't think it's time for that yet. He really is deep into the UFO phenomenon, and he might not be seeing that perhaps Terrell just had an experience, he has some questions, and he really needs some more objective information.
Are Terrell's early levels of close encounters a precursor to a level 5 encounter? Full alien contact?